versus Daniel Jones and the Philadelphia Eagles.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC Wildcard matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Oilers. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Take it in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
They'll take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's complete to John Ross. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
the ball carrier.
No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defense.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Kelce there to make the grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's Jones throwing on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on third and long. Jones. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Well, I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
And now back out comes the offense. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot in the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams. They're going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So first and 10 now from the 30. The give to Taylor. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
To throw on 6. Jackson, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On first down, Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taylor, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
At the 45-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Being chased out left. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Dancing to his left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. From 17 yards out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too.
1st down, Eagles.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, Jones. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
Preston Williams.
Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Now the try here for the extra point. and makes it 14-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
They'll take over first and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Complete to number 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Jackson. Pass complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Intended for Jay.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Jones now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Jones throwing again. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Operating from the gun. Jones. Man open. It's Kupp. He's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And his kick here is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
First down and 10. at their own.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we come upon halftime.
First down.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
14. Eagles 10.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now the second down throw on target. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And an Eagle.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz call and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
It's now 4th.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson going for Metcalf. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf. 69 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Holding at the 24. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
Jonathan Taylor.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
At the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he'd had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson. The quick slant caught. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Jones. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up
the Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. That'll crash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try to get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperate. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out.
They fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The end result, 21 yards.
What may seem a little unorthodox to some people, got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go out and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get to the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
2nd and 10.
Now Jones, going to throw again. Open man is Kirk, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
First down, Philadelphia.
Now Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And at this point, maybe you say, it was a good effort really just to make the playoffs. They couldn't win their division but did earn a wild card berth. It does appear, however, that their season is just a few minutes away from ending in one-and-done fashion.
Pass complete to Christian.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Room here to run. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Jones pass.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
22-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's so caught on the 6. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.